The Grand Hall of the Galactic Union's flagship, the Celestial Accord, was a marvel of interstellar engineering. Its walls shimmered with bioluminescent patterns, and the air was filled with the soft hum of advanced technology. At the center of the hall stood Princess Lyrina of the Zylothian Empire, her iridescent scales glinting under the soft light. She was here on a diplomatic mission, one that would determine the future of her people's relationship with Earth. Lyrina had studied Earth's customs extensively, or so she thought. She had memorized their greetings, their gestures of respect, and even their peculiar habit of high fives. But nothing could have prepared her for the most baffling of all human traditions: kissing. "Explain this again," Lyrina said, her voice a melodic blend of curiosity and confusion. She turned to her human liaison, Captain Elena Reyes, who stood beside her in her crisp blue uniform. Elena chuckled, her dark eyes sparkling with amusement. "It's a gesture of affection, Princess. When two people care deeply for each other, they press their lips together. It's a way of expressing love, passion, or even just a friendly greeting in some cultures." Lyrina's delicate brows furrowed. "But why lips? And why is no formal permission required? On Zyloth, such an intimate act would require weeks of negotiation, signed agreements, and the presence of at least 3 witnesses." Elena laughed, a warm, rich sound that echoed through the hall. "Humans are a bit more spontaneous, I guess. We don't always wait for permission. Sometimes the moment just feels right, and we go for it." Lyrina's tail twitched nervously. "That sounds chaotic and unsanitary. Do you not fear the exchange of harmful microorganisms?" Elena shrugged. "We have immune systems for that. Besides, it's worth the risk for the connection it brings. You should try it sometime." The princess recoiled slightly, her scales shimmering with a faint blush. I could never. It is far too intimate for a public setting." Elena smirked. "Well, maybe not here. But who knows? You might change your mind once you experience Earth firsthand." The next day, Lyrina found herself on Earth, standing in the middle of a bustling city square. The sights, sounds, and smells were overwhelming. Humans of all shapes and sizes moved about, their voices blending into a symphony of life. Lyrina felt both exhilarated and terrified. Elena guided her through the crowd, pointing out landmarks and explaining local customs. As they walked, Lyrina noticed a couple standing near a fountain. They were holding hands, their faces drawing closer until their lips met in a gentle kiss. Lyrina froze, her eyes wide. "Are they?" Elena followed her gaze and smiled. "Yep, just a couple sharing a moment. It's pretty common here." The princess stared, her mind racing. "But they didn't ask for permission. They just did it." Elena nodded. "That's how it works. When two people feel that connection, they don't need to overthink it. They just act on it." Lyrina's tail swished thoughtfully. "Fascinating and somewhat terrifying." Elena laughed. "You'll get used to it. Come on, let's grab some coffee." Over the next few days, Lyrina observed more human interactions. She saw parents kissing their children's foreheads, friends greeting each other with cheek kisses, and even strangers sharing quick pecks on the lips during festive celebrations. Each time, she felt a mix of awe and discomfort. One evening, as the sun set over the city, Lyrina and Elena sat on a park bench, watching the world go by. The princess turned to her companion, her expression serious. "Elena, I must ask, have you ever kissed someone?" Elena blinked, caught off guard by the question. Yeah, plenty of times." "Why?" Lyrina hesitated, her scales flickering with a faint glow. I wish to understand this custom better. Would you demonstrate it with me?" Elena's eyes widened, and she let out a nervous laugh. Princess, I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, you're a diplomat, and I'm just your liaison. It wouldn't be appropriate. Lyrina tilted her head, her golden eyes searching Elena's face. But you said humans do not require permission. If the moment feels right, they act on it. Is this not such a moment? Elena's cheeks flushed, and she looked away. Well, yeah, but it's complicated. The princess leaned closer, her voice soft. Elena, I trust you. You have been my guide in this strange world. If anyone can help me understand this custom, it is you. Elena sighed, her heart pounding. She glanced around, making sure no one was watching. Then, with a deep breath, she turned back to Lyrina. Okay, but just a quick one, all right? Lyrina nodded, her scales shimmering with anticipation. Elena leaned in, her lips brushing against Lyrina's in a gentle, fleeting kiss. It was over in an instant, but the impact was profound. Lyrina pulled back, her eyes wide with wonder. That was incredible. I felt a warmth, a connection unlike anything I have ever experienced. Elena smiled, her own heart still racing. Yeah, that's the magic of it. It's not just about the physical act. It's about the emotions behind it. The princess nodded, her tail curling around her in a gesture of contentment. I understand now. This custom is not chaotic or unsanitary. It is beautiful. As the days turned into weeks, Lyrina's understanding of human culture deepened. She attended festivals, shared meals with locals, and even participated in a dance at a traditional wedding. Each experience brought her closer to the people of Earth and to Elena. On the eve of her departure, Lyrina stood on the observation deck of the Celestial Accord, gazing out at the stars. Elena joined her, a bittersweet smile on her face. So, this is it, Elena said, her voice tinged with sadness. Back to the stars for you. Lyrina turned to her, her golden eyes filled with emotion. Elena, I must thank you. You have shown me the beauty of your world and of your people. I will never forget my time here. Elena nodded, her throat tight. I'm glad I could help. You'll always have a friend on Earth, Princess. Lyrina hesitated, then stepped closer. Elena, may I kiss you again? Not to understand, but because I wish to. Elena's breath caught, and she nodded. Yeah, I'd like that. This time, the kiss was deeper, more passionate. It was a farewell, a promise, and a celebration of the bond they had formed. When they finally pulled apart, Lyrina's scales glowed with a soft, radiant light. Thank you, Elena, she whispered, for everything. Elena smiled, tears glistening in her eyes. Take care, Princess. And remember, humans don't need permission to kiss. Lyrina laughed, a melodic sound that echoed through the stars. I will remember, and perhaps, one day, I will return. As the ship prepared for departure, Lyrina stood at the airlock, her heart full. She had come to Earth seeking knowledge, but she had found something far more precious, a connection that transcended species, cultures, and galaxies. And as the Celestial Accord soared into the cosmos, Lyrina knew that she would carry the warmth of that kiss with her, always.